Hello developers, today we are going to build an artificial intelligence based virtual agent. By the end of this video, you will have a working assistant that you can customize and use in your own project. End users today expect seamless 24/7 support. Virtual assistants provide an easy to use natural language interface. For any businesses, providing such a seamless, always available support is a priority. Today you will build an AI virtual agent using NLP.
We'll do 3 simple exercises on downloading a CSV from URL, writing a data frame to Excel, and filtering tokens using Spacey.
We'll be using a Kandi kit to build this AI solution. Now what is a Kandi kit? Kandi one-click install kits gives you ready-to-deploy solution with complete source code. You can access many more such ready-to-use Kandi kits on augmented reality, artificial intelligence, blockchain, gaming, and many more on Kandi. Today we'll be using a popular Kandi kit which is AI Virtual Agent one-click install kit. Now this kit is open source and comes with a permissive license. That means you can freely edit, customize and share your own solution. So let's get started then. Over to you Pooja for a hands-on walkthrough.
Hello all, I hope you all are excited to build your own artificial intelligence model today. To build a virtual agent, you will require the following. First, you will require a training data set comprising of frequently asked questions, articles. Second, you will require libraries for pre-processing these articles like linguistics and text hero. Third, you will require sentence transformer so that you are able to convert these processed text into machine understandable embeddings form. Fourth, we will require a cosine similarity that will help you compute the similarity between user query and the stored embeddings. All this is already available in the Kandi kit. So let's get started. Let's start by installing the Kandi kit. Check the description for the link to the installable. This will set up a working sandbox application with all the required prerequisites and resources. You can download the installer here. You can also follow the instructions listed here so that you can do a manual setup. Now you can pause this video, complete your installation. Once ready, hit resume and we'll jump right into the build-up of your virtual agent. But before we go ahead and discuss the details of this Jupyter notebook, I would like you to do some simple coding exercises that will help you augment your knowledge and further go ahead and develop this virtual chatbot. So for that, let's open a new Jupyter notebook, and also as it gets open, you can head on to kandi.openweaver.com. So kandi.openweaver.com lets you find and develop custom functions, and also you can search for simple code snippet exercises here. So I'll try to do a very simple exercise wherein I'll make a search for how I can download a CSV from a URL into my Jupyter notebook. So I'll type my keywords for that. Download CSV using pandas. I'll make that search and then go ahead and click on code snippets. After that, I will try to find the code that I think is the simplistic and most suitable for me to do a quick rundown of what I would like to do. So this looks like a simple 3-line code. I can just simply copy it from here. It says that the dependent library is pandas. So I should have pandas already set up. But when you set this kit up, the interesting thing is that, as we said, all the resources already get set up. You don't have to separately install the dependent library. So I'll go to the fresh notebook, paste this code there. And as I would like to see what data frame is being downloaded, I will just say Control Enter and try to check what this URL fetches for me. So I can see that based on the date and amount, there is some entries that have been downloaded from the URL directly, say 397 rows, and this data frame has 2 columns. So similarly, this is a very simple snippet that you can copy paste and download from any URL that you would like. You can just have to customize, or I would say change the URL here, and accordingly you will be able to download a CSV file and read it and simply showcase it. So then further, I would like to again head back to kandi.openweaver.com and make another interesting search for how I can actually, write this data frame that I just downloaded to a Excel. So for that, I'll make a search as write data frame to Excel and press enter. So again, I would like to now check another simple code snippet that will help me quickly perform this action. So I see that this is again another one that is a very simple one for me to work around with. I'll copy it and paste this in my notebook. And now I see that above data frame is also DF, and this is also DF. And now I want to convert this DF to a CSV format. So to be able to convert it to a CSV format, I'm using the dot to underscore CSV, and to be able to convert it into an Excel, I'm using the dot to underscore Excel. And this is the name with which your file will get saved. And if you would like to get an index as well, so you would say index true, and simply you can run control enter. And as you see that the cell has run, we can now go back to the folder where our entire code is present. That in the folder where we have our entire code and everything present, we have two files, which is output and output. So two files are the same name but different format. This is a common separated file, and this is a Excel file. So we can quickly open this. We see that with since we mentioned the index is true, we'll have the index here, and apart from that we have two columns, one is date and one is the another column which has some values. And similarly, I'll also quickly check the another file, which is an Excel format, and here you can see that the same values are presented in an Excel format. So that's how I can simply go ahead and quickly check for the required code snippets in the to form. So now quickly we'll actually go ahead and do another interesting exercise, which is where I'll have to filter tokens. So let's go ahead and make search. What I would like to do here is I want to filter tokens using a library called Spacey. So when you are doing your virtual agent or virtual chatbot, you're training it, you're actually using natural language processing. So another coding exercise that you can experiment with is where you are filtering tokens from a document. So we just used quick search terms as filtering of tokens, where the library that you would like to use is Spacey. So then we would just simply go ahead and try to check which code works out for us. So we can even use the one that is simply present as at the start. Copy this, paste it in our notebook, and as we see as you paste the code on the notebook, we see that we have made imports, the required imports of the Spacey library, and within the function that we have defined, user defined functions, we want to check out this token and remove the punctuations, numbers, or any symbols if they are present. Basically separate them as well. Also, you would see that when I want to work around with this Spacey, I have to load this as a corpus. So that corpus also I have to just edit here. So we will make the required change in the corpus here, and core web sm, and then try to run this code. It will take some time to load the necessary libraries and then run it through. So we see that this is the text that we had entered. This document is only an example. We have removed the punctuation here. We have removed the symbol here. And similarly, we have removed any digit if it is present. So I'll just add a digit somewhere here and then try to rerun this. And I can see that after custom, there is no numerical digit as well. So yeah, similarly, you can do and actually process one of your text that you would like to do. That like, even in our virtual agent, we will have to remove the unnecessary text. So we removed symbols, punctuations, we removed the numbers here. So this is another simple exercise of removing tokens, filtering tokens using Spacey as a library that you can perform. So I think these three very, very simple exercises will be very helpful for you so that you can build up an entire virtual agent. And now you can head over and work around with the code, complete code of the virtual agent. Let's deep dive into the Jupyter notebook. So first of all, we have provided with our FAQAS, which is our frequently asked question data set into the CSV format. Then we are storing it via pickle into a file. We have imported all the necessary libraries here. And then we have loaded our data set into a data frame format, which you can see here has a couple of records which talk about what is Kandi and different questions about the Kandi kit. You can have any other data set as well. What we are doing further is we are removing any unnecessary text, any punctuation, stop words. We are basically removing any digits which are not necessary and which are not required by the machine. So on our question column, or this is our query question column, we will apply .pipe remove digits and remove punctuations. And after removing everything, we will store it into a processed queue column, which is this, which no longer has any digits or any question mark symbols or any stop words. After that, we have loaded our sentence transformer for converting this processed text into machine understandable embeddings form. We are storing these embeddings using pickle.dump into a file. Up till here, we are finished with our training part of our model. Then, now we need to test our model. So for testing, we have again loaded these stored embeddings. And within this spread underscore answer, what we are trying to do is on our test query or the user query, which we are fetching from here, we are processing it and putting it into a data frame format, then removing the digits and punctuations as well from this query and storing it into another column called clean user query, and then applying the cosine similarity to compare the clean user embedding with the stored embeddings. So whichever embedding is closest to the user embedding, that would be fetched, and against that fetched embedding, we will be able to get the answer to this query based on a lookup that will happen for the meshed query from the data frame. So we can see for the query where we have asked about tell me about Kandi, we are able to get Kandi is a platform that helps, this is the response that we have been provided by our model. So this is a simulating virtual agent that we have created for you so that you can test this model for yourself. And let's just run it. So now we can test our model here by asking some quick questions. What is the use of Kandi? So it will tell that, it can be used to collect some code samples, API, cloud functions, pick right libraries, etc. And maybe we can ask another question like, how can, or maybe what are the functions provided by Kandi. So it will give me the same answer that it has some 430 million. Let me change some question and ask what functions I can perform using the Kandi kits. So for this, it has given me that, it has given me this answer where two options are present. One is for search, another is for explore, right? So we can use this model since we now have our own working model. You can play with it, understand it, explore it, and even customize it. So now you have a working prototype of the model, and to customize it, let me help you with how you can customize this model. So first of all, you need to go to the folder where you have this kit installed. Within the folder, you will be seeing that there is a FAQs, which is your data set that you have used to train the virtual agent. And you can create another CSV file like I have created, which is this ML FAQs. This has some, questions based on machine learning. So I'll just call it into our code first. So we just have to call it here and say restart and run all. So mostly what will happen now, all these same steps would be followed on this new CSV file that I have input. Like you can see, this is different file. It is talking about deep learning, machine learning and deep learning, something on supervised, etc. You can input whatever you like, right? For which you want to build this virtual agent for the kind of application that you want to work with, right? So let's see how the virtual agent responds. Let us ask something about what is supervised learning. So yeah, it's giving us some answer. Supervised learning is when you know the outcome and you're provided with the fully labeled outcome data, etc. Right? And we can also ask, tell me about deep learning. And it's giving you answer on deep learning as well, right? So that is how you can customize your, model to any data set that you would like to train this virtual agent on. So I hope you are set now, and congratulations, we are done finishing this interesting use case for you.
Hope you found this session useful. Using a Kandi kit is a great way to build AI predictive engines. You can find the link to the AI Virtual Agent Kit and many other ready to deploy kits in the description. Head over to Kandi to build incredible projects on augmented reality, artificial intelligence, blockchain, and many more. Try out Kandi kits now. Hit that subscribe button and join us at the OpenWeaver community of developers to learn more and build many more incredible projects. Thank you for watching this session. Till the next one, bye-bye.